This week, we're catching up at home with top junior rider Augusta Iwasaki. Based in California for most of the year, Augusta competes in the junior hunters and the equitation, and we've seen her have great success at International Hunter Derby Championships, the Peter Wetherill WCHR Palm Beach Hunter Spectacular, and she's even taken home a national title at the Aon USHJA National Championships. We're excited to get a junior rider's perspective on what life has been like while we've taken a break from competition. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're so excited to hear about what you've been up to.
Yeah, of course.
So we'd love first to hear a little bit about what a day in the life looks like for you. Like where are you right now? Are you getting to ride? What horses are at home with you? Things like that.
Actually, all of my horses are at home with me. We went to thermal, like the last week of thermal, and like kind of all of our horses came home from WEF and then were there, but then that show got canceled and then all of this started to pick up. So we came home after a few weeks and we've been riding 5 days a week, and yeah.
Very nice. Is there anything in particular you're working on with your horses or your riding?
Yeah, I'm really trying to work on my equitation and just like the small stuff that you wouldn't really be focusing on, like if you're showing all the time.
Mm-hmm. What kind of exercises are you finding help to work on your equitation?
Um, I've been doing a lot of no stirrups, and I've been doing gymnastics and stuff like that with my horse.
Mm-hmm. How many horses do you ride each day?
4 to 6.
Okay.
hmm
And aside from horseback riding, are you doing anything else fitness related to keep yourself in shape?
I was taking walks with my mom because for a little while it was raining a lot, so we didn't really get to ride for a few days. So that's what I've been doing other than riding.
And so when you're not riding or at the barn, how are you staying in touch with friends? Are you getting to see any of your friends, or are you just mostly catching up via
Yeah,
text?
actually, a few of my closest friends are ride at my barn, so I see them most days, and a few of them aren't really allowed to see me at all, but one of my friends, her name's Ava, she stayed with in thermal. We stayed for a few weeks after the show was over, just because it's a much more like secluded area. It's a lot easier to contain over there. So she stayed with me for a few weeks there. So I've been staying, like hanging out with her. And one of my friends is actually staying with me now. She's just visiting her horses.
Oh, nice. So you were down in WEF for a little bit, right?
Yes.
So comparing your WEF experience to thermal, those are kind of two big circuits happening on opposite coasts that kind of happen at the same time. How was your experience different at those two horse shows?
Well, honestly, it's kind of hard to say because I didn't actually get to show there, and they just became like new management and stuff because I haven't been to thermal. I've been going to WEF for the last few years, so I haven't been going like continuously going to thermal every year. But I was only there for a few days, but it seemed really nice.
Mhm.
We usually spend most of the winter at WEF, so
So did you get there right when, was it the rain that canceled that horse
yeah,
show?
the weather, because
Yeah.
obviously California shows aren't really equipped to handle the kind of rain that like WEF would be. So
Yeah, I was seeing pictures of that. We actually had one of our coworkers who was there. I think it was for an AYC qualifier or something that ended up getting canceled, but she was saying how bad the weather was, how like there was
yeah,
flooding
I mean
everywhere.
the entire property flooded
Wow,
pretty much. Yeah, it
that's
was
crazy.
crazy.
And it was like amid all the East Coast shows getting canceled for coronavirus, and so no one could get horse shows in.
Yeah, I was planning actually to go back to WEF for the equitation
Yeah.
class, but that obviously ended up not happening. So
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
it's all right. I feel
So,
way more bad about the people that aren't going to get to do it another year if it's like their last junior
yeah.
year or anything like that.
So what about like at-home entertainment? Are you and your family playing any board games? Are you watching any good TV, things like that?
I actually have been reading a lot. I really like to read, so I've been reading a lot of books, and I recently got my parents into Criminal Minds. I always see them watching it, even if I'm not like in the room with them, they're always watching it.
I love that show.
Me too.
What about, so you said you really like to read. What are some of your favorite books you've read or some good ones you've read recently?
Recently, oh, right now I'm reading a book called Throne of Glass, and a few of my friends have recommended that to me. But a few other good books that I've read lately. Oh, I just read the last book in a series. It's called The Toll, and that was really good. And I read a book called The Witch Elm, which I really, really liked. And there's a few others, but
Well, I admire you for reading so much. That's one thing I thought I would have a lot of time to read during this time because, I mean, we don't really have anywhere to go, but I'm finding that I'm reading at a much slower rate than I normally do, which is kind of weird.
yeah, that's
So you said that you were in school up to this point today, right?
Mhm.
So what's it like doing school virtually? Is that something you're used to doing because of riding, or is this kind of a special scenario?
Actually, I've been doing online school for the past 4 years, so
Okay.
not really much of a difference for me at all. But I talk to my tutor, her name's Emma, and I do math with her, and then I do the other subjects on my own. But I've finished those for the semester, so I've just been doing math with her.
Nice. So school is kind of the same as it would have been for you at this
Yeah,
point.
it's just obviously a lot easier to get things done if when I'm not on the road and stuff like that.
Yeah. So then will you, when your semester ends, will you be on summer break?
Yes.
Okay. And once summer break comes, how do you, like, assuming that things might still be a little slow, do you have any plans for how you're going to spend your time?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I'm holding out the hope that we'll be able to get back to showing relatively soon.
That. Is there anything in your area? Have they mentioned anything about shows opening back up?
Yeah, actually, I think the last week of the Oaks, which is in San Juan Capistrano, I think that's like June 24th or around then,
Oh,
is
nice.
probably the first show that I'll go back to.
Okay, well, that's not too far away.
Yeah.
So what has been kind of through all of this quarantine and life not being normal, what's been the biggest challenge for you?
Honestly, I think not being able to show has been hard. I mean, I haven't stayed home this long from a show since I was like a little kid. So that's been the hardest part for me, I think.
And what's something that's been almost a blessing in disguise, something positive that's come out of this?
Honestly, being on the road all the time can be challenging, especially I don't think people really realize how far California is from like all of the East Coast shows. So it has been nice to be home for a little while.
Yeah, I bet that is a lot of travel for you.
hmm
Where in California did you say you were?
I live in Calabasas. It's like
Oh, okay.
on the outside of LA.
Nice. Yeah, my dad grew up in Palos Verdes,
Yeah.
far from there. That's
Yeah, you're right.
awesome. So to wrap things up, we do what's called the Victory Gallop. It's kind of quick questions to help get to know you a little better. You probably don't have to think that hard about them. So if you're ready, we can begin with that.
Okay.
What is your favorite singer or band?
Oh gosh, I don't really know. I really like The Weeknd. Also Harry Styles' new album I really like.
What's your favorite app on your phone?
Probably Instagram.
That's pretty much what everyone said so far.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing to cook?
I've been baking a lot of brownies actually, so that's probably my favorite thing.
Oh, nice. Do you have a horse show superstition?
I don't think so.
No. What is your favorite sports team outside of horse sports?
Honestly, I know absolutely nothing about sports, but actually, never mind. I actually know nothing about sports. So,
Well, what about your favorite? Do you have a favorite horse and rider combination to watch?
In a specific, like, hunters, eck jumpers, or like,
And anything? Who do you particularly like to watch?
um, of course, I really like watching Tori Colvin and Private Practice. Always unbelievable. Um, McLean and Beezy on pretty much any horse, probably. And I really like watching my friends.
Yeah, I feel like there's so much we can learn even from the people that are our own age.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
What was the last movie you watched?
The last movie I watched. Oh, hold on, wait. I actually have a list. Um, oh, it was a new Netflix movie called The Extraction.
I haven't heard of that.
Chris Hemsworth in it, and I'm a huge Marvel fan, so I just decided that I would watch it.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good.
Okay, I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's really good. I recommend it for sure.
So, kind of stemming off of that, what celebrity would you most like to hang out with?
Hmm. Probably like literally anyone that's been an actor in a Marvel movie. I would like die if I ever saw them. So
Yeah, they do have pretty good casts.
yeah.
What's the best vacation you've ever been on?
I went to Anguilla with my friend Libby Gordon and her family, and that was amazing. It was the most beautiful place I've ever been.
And where is a vacation spot that you're dying to go that you've never been?
Oh. I think I really want to go to Japan at least once in my life because I'm Japanese. So,
If you could be a guest star on any TV show, what would it be?
um, actually, with my friend right now, I'm watching Dead to Me. So maybe that.
And finally, what are you most looking forward to about showing again?
I think the competition, because I've been riding every day, so it's not like I haven't been able to be with my horses or anything. It's just I'm a very competitive person and I like to go in there and compete. So I think that's what I'm most excited about.
Awesome. Well, that is all the questions we have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, of course.
And I hope you get to go to a horse show again soon.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Nice to talk to you, Augusta.
Nice to talk to you too.
Bye.